Okay, we're gathered here today to review Kill the King by T.I. Harris. All right, y'all, let's get into it.
Creeping out of my phone.
This is my guy.
I think we might be losing it all. We're losing it all. We're losing it all. These Kentucky boys going to bar. You got Keefe, you got Jay, you got Grim.
Is this Michael?
You got Keefe, you got Jay, you got Grim.
Is this Michael?
All right, T.I. He has a new album, Kill the King. So, Grim, you had some words to say about Mr. T.I. What do you got to say?
Okay, so I've had bad words to say about Ti in the past. He's not one of my favorite artists up there per se, not like in my top 10. But we're talking about Kill the King right now, and about that album, I did enjoy listening to it. My favorite song on there was Kill the King. Dope ass beats. All his beats were dope. He has a remix to Kill the King. On mine, it was an instrumental, but I was just rapping to it. He had a dancey song on there that I really wasn't feeling. I don't know if y'all heard that one. It's toward the end. That kind of threw the vibe off a little bit, but he's still look. Ti is lyrical, bro. And he said in one of his songs, "Man, if a bitch ain't on when I'm on, then you know, straight up, man." And I can't remember which song that was, but when he said that, I was feeling the whole album, man. I'm gonna give the album an 8, man, straight up.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Um, I can agree with what you're saying on all that. You know what I'm saying? None of what you say was wrong. But Colt,
I, can I? Can I?
go ahead.
Man, dog it, man. I meant to add one more thing. My bad, Cole.
You
I went
good?
to add one more. I wanted to add one more thing, and I forgot to say is he. I don't think he was coming at. I was looking for 50 Cent. I was looking for sneak disses to 50, and I didn't get that, and I like that. And I feel like Tips kind of moved forward past that, and he's kind of working on his music, man, and his craft. I don't
Okay,
know if y'all got that same vibe, but I didn't get the let's go at 50 vibe. You know what I mean?
okay. Colt, what you
So go
got?
ahead, my bad.
Well, Ti, this album is refreshing from the man. You know what I'm saying, King. What Grim was saying, man, it wasn't a diss, but it was the Trauma Bond song. He did on some grown man stuff, man. I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? He just kept it, subliminal. Top song I like, that Continental, it had Juicy J on the beat. I had to research on that. I was like, man, this had to be a 3-6 beat. As soon as I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, that's 3-6 right there. And it was Juicy J and Crazy Mike. That's one of my top 3 songs, man. I think the dance track that Grim was talking about was did it have Summer Walker in it? Was that one, Grim?
And the first thing he said was, "This is a dance track." Yeah, I think it was, man.
I think it's
But
that
that was
Summer
like
Walker.
the very first word. Yeah, it was. As soon as I heard it, I started. I was like, "Nah, this ain't the vibe, bro." I'm trying to hear some Tip, man. He had me fucking very bongo and shit. You know what I'm saying? On some
Yeah,
Drake.
man. But I liked it. It's a good
I
mix.
listen. Tips on some Rick. Listen, he mentioned Rich Sex. And so I get it, man. He's on a different level, man. This is not the same trap house tip. But go ahead, brother. Okay.
Yeah, man. But Rant was a good song too, man. It was a good vibe on this whole album, man. I gave it an 8. But he had some dance tracks. He had some serious tracks. You still had, the Ti, the old Ti. You had who was on here? You had 2 Chainz on here, Jeezy, Dro. Dro was a surprise. Dro was in there. He's spitting them bars though, for real. I always mess with Dro. So overall, this album's an 8, man. It was a solid piece of work. He did his thing on it.
Jay, Octa,
Yes, 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 yes,
the
yes.
man of the
Can you
hour.
hear
What
me?
do you got to say about this album? Yes, we can hear you
Oh
loud
my
and clear, brother.
goodness. Let's do this. I 18 songs. This is allegedly his 12th album and his final studio album. I think the man went out with a bang. After hearing their rates, I'm not gonna lie, I changed mine. So First of all, I had one of my favorite cuts is Let 'Em Know. You know, that was the single that kicked off the album. I really wasn't looking for no disses. I'm not lying. I will say this had a variety of good stuff. First of all, they had like songs like Pistol on the Dance Floor, which is a dance track. I felt like it was a dance track, very clubbish. See What I'm Saying, which had your boy in it, Young Dro. I was shocked too, Young Dro was on here. Coke. I got you on that one, yeah. I was shocked too, bro. And he did his thing. So shout out Young Dro. So you need to put out some music. Next. I like the marching band, the Trauma Bond, how he had the marching band, reminded me of that. Who was that? What's your boy's name? Throw some D's on that bitch. What's that nigga name?
Rich
he
Boy.
had a song with a marching band in it.
Oh no, that was Rich Boy.
It was Rich Boy.
But the Trauma Bond, Trauma Bond, that's Big Pokey.
Okay,
that's a Big Pokey song too.
That was that walking out.
Nah, this was Homeboy.
No, I know. I was thinking of DJ Unk. I said DJ Unk at first, and he said Rich Boy, but DJ Unk walked it out.
But what really shocked me though, he had a song called Big Dog, which had a rock vibe to it. So he was switching up. He was everywhere on this album, man, which I like. My favorite song is Continental, which was the DJ Paul. And Mr. Him was a good song too. Very commercial radio play. I liked that joint. The girls in the video, that thing was nice. It had like a bounce. 3-6 gave him more of a bounce beat. I like that beat they gave it more like that. You know, I didn't know who made it. I know it was either DJ Paul or Juicy J. I do know it was one of the two. He said it was Juicy J. So shout out Juice Man. I follow him too. I didn't know he did that beat. But overall, man, I gave this album a 10. I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna give it a 8, but everybody else 8.5. But it was really that good to be preferred as a 10, especially for your last album. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's just what he's saying. This is his last studio album, so this is how you go out with it. And that's what I was expecting with a lot of these rappers, man. Switch up your thing, man. Don't always keep it like, I know we was dissing homie last week, but it was just a big drug influence album. This wasn't. This was well put together project, man. And this is what I like to hear. This is what I expect out of artists who I think are very talented, such as the ones we was dissing. Because like I said, they could put out good music. It just, I don't know, they chose not to. So shout out T.I., man. I gave you a 10, especially for you going out with a bang.
Okay, shout out. Yo, you know, T.I. Kill the King. You know, the 3 songs that I like is Let 'Em Know. You know, Let 'Em Know, you got to recognize that's a banger. You know,
yeah.
Regardless how you like it, it's not just a TikTok song or Instagram song. It's a banger. One thing you ain't gonna be able to take away from T.I. T.I. can make a great album, man. Dude is lyrical. He's just not as lyrical as I thought he was. You know, the 50 feud really made me realize that T.I. is not the wordsmith I thought he was. He's still lyrical, but he's not the wordsmith. Because I'm telling you, all the way up until this 50 disc, I would have told you, if you would have said Ludacris versus T.I., it's still T.I. over Luda. But I would have thought T.I. could bury Luda in a actual battle. But he can't. He's not that kind of lyrical. He's lyrical, but he's not that kind of lyrical. He's just a real good lyrical South rapper, you know. I thought when he dissed 50, I thought it was going to be more than just a good song. It was going to be more like an ether. But T.I., he ain't got it like that. I think I overestimated him. You know, I think I gave him too much credit because T.I. is he's in my top 5, you know. Definitely top 10, top 5 on South rappers. Where I'm From featuring Anderson .Paak. Man, that song was dope to me, man. Besides that, Let 'Em Know, that song was, man, that chorus, Anderson, hey, dude, hey, that they made a good combination. When I seen that on the list of songs, and then I seen Gorgeous with Usher, I just knew Usher and his song was gonna be top tier. Not saying what it's still a good song, but it don't beat that Anderson .Paak. Not where I'm from. That mug was cold. And then Trauma Bond. Trauma Bond, it was a well put together song, and this. Well put together song with this. I cannot knock that song. It's a great song. It was he's coming at 50 using the whole Trauma Bond thing, and because what happened to 50's mom and all that stuff. And
That was
I gave the out. That was a diss. Yeah. That was a diss song. So because he's basically talking about his family and kids and all that stuff, how they're well put together, and then he's telling 50, because of your situation with your mother, that's why you walk around and you sensitive. You basically you a bitch.
That's why he says my youngest son is major.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that was the actual diss. He's basically doing a elegant, educated diss. It was kind of similar to Damani's diss, where he does the "Sorry, Miss Jackson," where it's basically I'm going at 50 from another angle. I ain't going at the way you would come at me, 50. I'm coming at you from this way, which to me was awesome. Good song, good way to put a diss. I gave the album a 9. And the only reason why I gave it a 9, I would have gave it a 10, was because of the whole thing with 50 is I'm never going to agree with T.I. I'm never going to agree with his family. It ain't even about dissing the dead, man. My bad, y'all. I got, ate some raw fish yesterday, and right, it ain't sitting well in the throat, bro. Pause, but yeah. Some inflammation, as you say. But I'm never going to agree with you putting your family in danger, ever, as a man. And it goes against everything you ever spoke of. For you to have your kids diss this dude's mom, and T.I. is one of my favorite rappers, but he kind of played not only he didn't play himself, he played his future and his kids' future. So we all know the trajectory that 50 Cent's on. He's really kind of out of the music game. So you going against a dude who don't even rap. You're more lyrical than not really, but because 50 can get lyrical too if he wants to go back to that. But he's never going to stoop down to your level. 50's legacy is built off of destroying Murder Inc. You won't be able to top that unless you destroy somebody of that nature. His legacy destroying Murder Inc. is bigger than Nas beating Jay-Z. It's probably bigger than any rapper will ever be. So like I got daughters in their 20s, and they probably were just born when Ja Rule and 50 were going at it. They don't even like Ja Rule. Y'all don't even remember Ja Rule. Y'all like 1 and 2 years old at the time. They don't even like him because they heard what happened to him. You understand what I'm saying? So this thing with 50 is generational. So when your kids, Damani, are coming up and they're trying to get acting roles and doors start shutting on them because 50's helping doors close because him and his Jewish partnerships, you might not like it, but this is how the game goes. You did not protect your family. I would have told my kids, hey, this is my battle. Because T.I. could have handled this all by himself. You see what I'm saying? But then let's say your mother's still living. You let your son talk about his mother. Bro, 50 Cent has the kind of rule over the internet to where when your mom does pass, hopefully she passes before T.I., all he has to do is put LOL, a laughing emoji. And he don't even have to be talking about your mother. It's just you tied your family to his drama. And he will forever be able to troll you like he does Rick Ross. Hopefully he don't go that way, but we know 50. 50, once he says something or he does something to somebody, it's forever now. You see what I'm saying? Just like he didn't say nothing about Herb for so long, and then next thing you know, Herb dies, and it was ha. You see what I'm saying? Internet goes crazy. Now you have tied your family into this. And that's the only thing I didn't respect about that whole situation, man. Because at any time, he can say something, and the internet's going to say, is that at your family? And now y'all will forever be scrutinized as Ja Rule, Irv Gotti, Rick Ross. You see what I'm saying? Fat Joe, him and Fat Joe squashed it, so he's out of that. People don't even tie Fat Joe to 50 no more when the drama kicks off. but your family's tied in there. And that's the thing I didn't like, man. You didn't protect your family, man. And for you, I could understand you said in this song, you don't give a fuck. But me as a father, a husband, and all that, nah, I would never. I would never, never. So that's my soapbox. You still one of my favorite. Just you yourself have said certain things like that. You don't even play them type of games, but you play them. You know what I'm saying? So I gave it a 9 though, man. Y'all got anything else, man?
No, I did not know that was a diss track though.
Yeah.
That went completely over my head.
Yeah. So
that ball and parlay, that's a big Pokey song. That sample on there, on the chorus.
Okay.
Yeah, that ball and parlay. Yeah, it's big Pokey.
Yeah. I liked everything on this album. I liked everything on this thing. Everything.
Yeah, it was a well put together album.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I like this album so much. I gave it a 9. Only, like I said, only because he has his kids on this album, right? He has his daughter singing in the beginning. I mean, he got T-Pain on it, the Dream G's. I mean, this dude got this thing flooded with guests. His kids is on this thing. You know, Buddy Red. I mean, it's dope. It's dope. This is how you supposed to do it, but without all that other drama in the. This album could have carried without all that. You see what I'm saying? And I love the fact your kids, they got into the beef situation, but not with 50 and not how they went about it, man. That's my thing. I don't like the dirt that could be smeared on the family name, regardless what he said about Tiny. Look, Tiny looked the way she looked. You put yourself on the internet, you put yourself in entertainment, you know these things are going to be said about you, man. Whether they're said about somebody famous or nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's just the game y'all are in. But at the end of the day, protect your family, man. But it is what it is. Hopefully, 50, he played it smart. He didn't go after your kids the way he could have. He played it smart. But the problem is when your son dressed up as a Pokemon character and get arrested, all it takes is him to say, ha ha. And then the internet will take it the rest of the way, man. That's the problem I have with it, man. And kids, I don't care if you're 18, you're still a kid to me. 19, 20, you're still a kid. Nobody should have to go through that shit. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, God bless T.I.'s family, man, at the end of the day. So, y'all got anything else?
Yes, sir.
All right. Y'all like and subscribe. Check out the merch. Coke got his merch on. Zoom in on this nigga. Look at this nigga. Look at him. Look at them nostrils though. Good grief. Yeah. You know, I had to give him a little something. Long live the real. You know what I'm saying?
Long live the podcast.
Because they forever in rotation. Long live trees, man. We got you, homie. We out.
Rest in peace, trees.